It all started with a strange signal. Alex, a young scientist working at a remote space station on Earth's outskirts, had always been fascinated by space. His job was simple: analyze cosmic signals, check for anomalies, and report any new discoveries. But one day, something unusual appeared on his radar. It wasn't like any other signal he'd encountered before. This one was structured, almost like a language. Alex spent weeks trying to decode it, but every time he thought he was getting close, the signal would change. It was almost as if the source of the signal was aware of his attempts and was adapting. It was too precise to be random. After countless sleepless nights, Alex realized this wasn't just another radio interference. It was an alien transmission. In a mix of excitement and fear, he shared his findings with his superiors. Most of them dismissed it as a malfunction, but Alex knew better. He pushed harder, sending encrypted data to other space agencies around the world. Weeks later, an unexpected response came: an encrypted message, but this time, it was addressed to him. The message was chilling: "We are watching. You are not alone." As Alex decoded the message, a flood of emotions washed over him. Who were these beings? Why had they been watching? What did they want from humanity? The world knew about the message now, and the media frenzy was unbearable. But Alex, still reeling from the shock of discovery, found himself questioning everything he thought he knew. His mind raced. What did the aliens want? Could they communicate further? What if they were hostile? The next few days brought more strange occurrences. The signals continued, growing clearer with each transmission. Alex started to understand the patterns. This was no random message. The aliens were trying to make contact in a way that was beyond human comprehension. But how? Then, it happened. One evening, as Alex was working late into the night, his equipment buzzed to life. The transmission had shifted from coded messages to a visual one. The screen flickered, and for a split second, Alex saw an image. It wasn't just a message, it was a being, its form shimmering with an otherworldly glow. The face was obscured, but the message was clear: "We want to meet." A sense of dread filled Alex's chest. How would this meeting happen? How were they going to appear? Days later, the world witnessed something extraordinary. Across the globe, skies began to light up with unfamiliar shapes and glowing figures. The media scrambled to cover the phenomena. Governments declared martial law in preparation for the unknown, but Alex was caught in the middle of it all. He knew something was coming, something bigger than anything humanity had ever faced. And then, they appeared. The aliens didn't land with ships or machines, they arrived through the stars, descending in beams of light that cut across the sky like streaks of fire. In that moment, the world fell silent. Was this the beginning of an invasion? Or a new era of peaceful coexistence? Alex's heart raced. He knew he had to be a part of this, to understand it more than anyone else. But as he prepared to approach the alien presence, a voice echoed in his mind, not through sound, but through a feeling, a deep, resonating thought: "We have seen your world. We have seen your wars. Will you listen to us now?" The aliens were unlike anything Alex had imagined. They were not hostile invaders, nor were they benevolent teachers. They were simply observers. Their form was fluid, ever-changing. They existed beyond the constraints of time and space. They had come to Earth to study humanity, but what they wanted was not control, they wanted understanding. As Alex spent more time with the aliens, he learned of their vast civilization, one that spanned galaxies. They were older than humans could ever imagine, their species having witnessed the rise and fall of countless worlds. But they weren't like other advanced civilizations Alex had read about. They weren't conquerors. They had no need for dominance. What they sought was knowledge. They wanted to understand why humanity, with all its potential, was so destructive. Their message to Earth was clear: "We can teach you the way, but you must first learn to listen. Your future is not written in the stars, it is in your hands." But humanity wasn't ready. The government, fearing the loss of control, demanded the aliens leave. They didn't understand the offer that was being made: the chance to evolve beyond war, beyond fear. And as the world grew more divided over the aliens' presence, the situation became more volatile. The aliens, patient as ever, tried to communicate, but it was no longer clear if humans were ready for the change they offered. The world was on the edge of chaos. Would humanity accept the invitation to learn, or would fear and pride send the aliens away? As Alex stood before the alien leaders, he asked the question that had been haunting him: why us? Why choose Earth? The answer was simple: because you are at a crossroads. You can either destroy yourselves, or you can rise. We are offering you a path to the stars, but only if you are willing to choose peace. And in that moment, Alex realized that the aliens weren't here to save humanity. They weren't even here to teach. They were here to remind humanity of something it had forgotten: the choice was always theirs. This story touches on several ethical themes. The responsibility of knowledge. The aliens offer knowledge to humanity, but the choice of how to use that knowledge rests on human hands. The story emphasizes that with great power comes great responsibility. Fear versus understanding. Humanity's fear of the unknown can lead to conflict and destruction. The aliens represent an opportunity for growth and learning, but it's up to humans to overcome their fear and embrace understanding. Coexistence versus conquest. The aliens' peaceful nature challenges the human inclination to dominate and control. The story suggests that peaceful coexistence and learning from each other may be a better path than conflict. Choice and free will. Ultimately, the ethical lesson is about the power of choice. The aliens are offering guidance, but it is up to humanity to decide whether to take the path of peace and growth or to continue on the destructive path of war and fear.